play, so only 2 points really scored from the floor.
Who's the Eagles substitution? Oh, this is Reynolds Mason. He's wearing Ty Crutchfield's number. He's in for Perry. This is Guess. They're going to have a foul on Mason.
That's a break for the Eagles. No basket foul before
Frank,
the
you
shot.
know the reason that guy is getting open in there is with Lever playing them all over. The Eagles, the other four are playing a box. And that's why that man's able to flash in there and get open.
That 1-2-2 is leaving the middle wide open.
There's Moore, comes out to Collier. Collier goes up top, that's Bruno. Bruno across, there goes the jumper, he's got it. Three-pointer from, that's Chuck Moore with his first three. PW off quickly to an 11-4 lead. Now, I think PW now playing man-to-man. Ball blocked by Guess, Lever with a turnaround jumper, he's got it. Guess plays tough defense, Frank.
Certainly does.
PW looks like they're in a man-to-man.
I think Norristown just went to man-to-man too.
This will be interesting. Goes the ball in. Yeah, that's Thompson has to play Collier, and that's an interesting matchup. Lofton's only 6'4", or 6'1". There's Lever. Lever with a fake, launches the three. No. Ball comes to Thompson. Ball partially blocked in there. Underneath. Gonna have a foul. This is Dawad Johnson. Eagles still doing a good job on the offensive board here. They got to make some shots.
Foul shooting his first team fourth.
Fourth team foul on PW. This is Thompson. Comes off to Reynolds Mason. Mason goes deep to Joe Green. Green to Thompson. Thompson to Green. Nothing there. Across to Lever. Lever launches the three. No. Thompson flashes. He's got the rebound. Jumper up. He's got it. Colonials by 3, 11-8. The other guy you'd like to see, Frank, launching some threes are Joe Green, who can hit from out there.
Yeah, if Lever is off, somebody else is going to have to do the shooting.
There goes Moore. Moore finds Guess. Guess is open on the drive. Going in. That foul's going to be also on Mason. That's 2 quick fouls on Mason.
Now you look at him, Jim, and tell me he's a 9th grader. That's what the paper says, but he's a pretty, I don't know, he's an old-looking boy for a 9th grader.
He got his shadow early, that's all, Frank.
In fact, looks like he needs a shave.
Guess will be on the line shooting 2, 2:27 left. Eagles trail by 3. I'd like to see the Eagles start hitting from that outside. Guess has it, 5 points for the freshman in the early going. Certainly nice to know you're going to have a man like this around for 3 more years. Second shot is up. Guess has it. He leads with 6. Here goes Lever. Lever over to Green. Green launches a 3. No. Battle underneath. Ball goes out of bounds. It's off Dawad Johnson. Eagles falling back. They better go into full court pressure. Bruno goes into Guess. Guess comes back to Bruno. They get the ball to Moore. Moore's the guy they want to handle the ball, obviously. Foul on Lever. Officials calling it closely. The Eagles cannot afford, that's going to be a problem, Frank, to put that pressure on the whole way. Here comes Omar Jenkins in. Nobody's gone out yet. Okay, in for Mason. Jenkins will take over the job on Moore. And Jenkins is one pesky defender.
But that really puts a small team in there for Norristown.
Yeah, it puts Lever on Guess. Guess is 6'3". There was a walk, they're right. Shipley with a ball, stolen away by Dawad Johnson. I thought for a minute we were going to have him in our lap. But luckily Neil Schaefer was going to save us, Frank. He was going to sacrifice his body. There's Bruno. Jenkins playing Moore all the way over. Jenkins wanted a backcourt call, but it's not backcourt. Eagles playing man-to-man. We're going to have a pick. That's on Shipley. That's his second. Salmons has 3, and the fouls are mounting up on both teams.
With BW, it does lose a certain amount of speed when Shipley comes in.
Here comes Lever. Lever to Thompson. Thompson goes to Green, back to Thompson. Thompson on the move. Cross to Jenkins. Jenkins launches a jumper up. No. Battle. DeWatt Johnson tips out to Thompson in. No. Rebound. Yes. Joe Green on the offensive board. And Frank, the Eagles, a much smaller team, are really doing a job on the offensive boards.
Yeah, I think they have a little more quickness than Plymouth-Whitemarsh.
Here comes Bruno. Ball goes to Moore. Eagles down by 3, 13-10. 1:15 and counting here in the first period. Ball into Guest. Guest being played by Lever. Across to Collier. Should be. We're going to have a block on DeWatt Johnson. I was hoping that was going to be a charge.
Yeah, I thought it was a charge.
That's a very close, tough call to make.
Well, the defender was moving backwards.
It's a sixth foul. PW will be in the 1-on-1 situation for the rest of the first half. Ball comes into Guest. Guest with 8 points, a pretty impressive freshman. There goes Green. Green launches it, nobody under. That's a bad shot. Ball tipped away, battling Lever. Lever has it. Lever on the break. He's got men up there. There goes Thompson. Thompson with a jumper. No, too strong. Battle Green with a save. He's got it. Goes into Thompson. Ball blocked that time by Shipley. Colonials up by 5. Ball comes down to Guest. Guest on with Lever on him. Ball comes into Collier. Thompson playing Collier, but Thompson gives away a lot of height. Collier rolls in. He's got 6. 17-10. PW lead. PW is a good team, Frank.
Yeah, the Eagles having an off shooting
they and
night so
Coatesville
far.
Both, without question, the best teams we've seen in the district so far. Jenkins launches the jumper. He's not the man you want to see shooting. Joe Green with a rebound. No, and the Eagles really having trouble. Time's running out. Bruno's going to launch a shot. There goes the shot up. No. First period. Plymouth-Whitemarsh 17. Norristown 10. Billy Guest with 8. Abdul Collier with 6. Setting the road. And the Eagles.
They're getting their share of shots, Jim. They're just not putting them in.
Yeah, the shooting percentage for Norristown is really terrible. Now, Neil Schaefer is very, very sharp on those figures. And he can show us in just a moment what Norristown is shooting.
Norristown cheerleaders with Julie Carbone, Brittany Rymard, Shantae Watson, Latoya Briscoe, Megan Bean, Amy Grisafi, Travia Allen, Tammy Ellis, Raina Saladino, Gretchen Wolf, and Lindsay Gaiman.
3%. Yeah, Norristown in the first quarter, Frank, shooting 5 out of 22, about 23%. And you're not going to win any ball games shooting 23%. They're getting second and third shots, and those are the ones they have to start making. They're actually doing a very good job off the boards.
Yeah, Jim, and they're not playing that bad a defense. But PW is a good team, and holding them to 17 points. They just have to start sinking their baskets.
PW will start out with a ball. They're counting. This could. It's red ball. Nobody knew for sure whose ball it was because PW fell back for defense. Actually, if PW had gotten the ball, they might have gotten a quick score. Moore with Jenkins. I think there was a push-off there. There's number 20, John Fazio in the lineup. Long shot launched by Collier, no good. Fazio is a 5'11" sophomore. And Frank, PW is a young team.
They certainly
Shipley,
are.
sophomore. Guest sophomore. Green launches the 3. Yes! And that's what they need. They need some of those 3s to start dropping. Omar Jenkins playing Collier all over.
A lot of coaching going on behind us.
Behind us. Actually, it's a pretty clever comment. Nothing there for Collier. Ball knocked away. Guest with the ball. There goes Collier with Joe Green on him. Collier on the move. Battling underneath. Misses the layup. Chipley with a tip. No. Ball battered away. Controlled by Norristown, and looked like Green was going to go for that ball, but something happened to him. He tripped. I could not see what happened.
I'll tell you, with Shipley under there, 6'10", man, it makes it pretty tough rebounding.
He's broad. The comment we heard was he's built like a house, and that's absolutely right. Collier not there. There goes a shot out of the corner. 3-pointer. Chuck Moore, 6 points for Moore. Gets his second three-pointer of the night. Coming down to the 7-minute mark, Colonial's back to a 7-point lead. There goes Green, launching a three. Yes! Joe Green. Green has 10. Green moving into the starting lineup in place of Crutchfield, answering the call. Score went up on the wrong side. It's 20, should be 20 to 16. Should be 20 to 16, I think. Neil, will you run a quick count on PW's score?
Yeah, something's wrong.
It was 17,
I don't know if they're going to correct it.
No, it's 20. They got a three-pointer. Score is still wrong. It's right now. They finally caught himself. This is Moore. I'm not sure who that foul was on. They're trying to get this thing right. They have the score right now. And ladies and gentlemen, we were right on that. Our able statistician, Neil Schaefer. I'm not sure who that foul was on for the Eagles. Eagles giving up a lot in those matchups. Thompson to Collier. Collier is a bull. Lever playing guess, giving up 6 inches to him also. They're still confused over whose foul it is.
I don't. Is that what they're talking about? Who's foul? Or are they?
I'm not sure what it is.
Or what the real score is?
Now the score is right. This will be Moore on the foul line. PW so far tonight 2 for 2 on the line, and foul was on Jenkins, his first. So 1-on-1. Shot up. Moore's got it. PW looks like they're good foul shooters, Frank.
Yeah, Chuck Moore is shooting for a pretty good percentage tonight. He's got a couple threes.
Second shot up. He's got it. Moore with 8 in the early going. This is Lever coming back. Eagles have to answer him. Looks like they're in a 1-3. Jenkins not the man you want to shoot. Green with the ball. Bounce pass to Lever. Nothing there. Back to Jenkins. Green in the corner. Green you do want to see take shots. Green with a move. In and out. We have a foul on Fazio, his first. That's the team's 6th. Eagles will be shooting 1-on-1 after this. And here's a case where PW got caught in a bad matchup. Thompson underneath and Fazio, who is 5'11", but he's very lean, 135-pound sophomore. Thompson with good position. Thompson with the ball. Eagles working a play. Ball comes outside to Lever. Now you don't want to see him take this shot. There's Thompson. Launches a 3. He's got it. Lofton Thompson. Thompson with 7. Eagles down by 3. Coming to the 6:10 and counting mark. Eagles with full court pressure. I think Moore, though. There goes the pick with Shipley. Yep, they got around it. Ball goes over back in the hands of Moore. Moore comes across to Collier. We got a walk on Collier. Clear-cut case. Gave the fake. Eagles will be taking the ball in. And Frank, another advantage they have on breaking that press, Shipley sets those picks. And when you hit him, it's going to be like running into a tank. But, you know, they can't get around him. Here comes Jenkins over to Lever. Oh, no. Jimmy. There goes Green with a jumper. He's got it over Shipley. Joe Green with 12. Eagles. It's only 21, and the score is off again. Should be 22-21. They've got it right. Eagles trail by 1. This is Moore on Jenkins. There goes Fazio. Fazio bounce pass. Ball taken away by Shipley, and we see why Shipley isn't starting. Lever turns around for the 3. He's got it. Jimmy Lever with 5. Sends the Eagles up by 2. And here we have man-to-man pressure for Norristown. This has got to tire both teams. This is Moore. Jenkins all over him. Ball goes in, stolen away almost. Fazio controls. Thompson playing him, and that's not a matchup you want. Green is on Collier. Ball comes outside to Moore. Jenkins playing him. Tries to steal the ball. Moore, no. Battle ball. This is Shipley. Shipley around. He's got it. Gene Shipley with his first 2. He wouldn't look bad in an Eagles uniform, Frank.
But Jim, he doesn't have that quickness.
No. Thompson and Jenkins over to Lever. Lever launching a three. He's got it. I'm just saying he's way out, and Jimmy Lever launches it. Eagles up by 3, Lever with 8. And Lever and Green and Thompson doing the scoring for Norristown. Moore breaks the press. Jenkins playing him. This is Guess. Thompson playing him. And there goes Moore wide open. Shot around, no good, but there goes. That's going to be a foul on Shipley, and we may have a technical. He's very close to a technical. 3rd foul on him. Eagles will be in the 1-and-1.
I don't know why Shipley pushes off. He sure doesn't have to.
Paul Borisevich, a 5'10" senior in for Plymouth-Whitemarsh. And number 40, Sean Moses, a 6'4" junior. So PW not afraid to go deep, Frank. And they're certainly a much smaller team now than they were.
Well, Jim, Shipley just doesn't seem to have the quickness to keep up with the rest of the team.
Well, he's big, and we said earlier he's growing into his body. And he and Salmons both with 3, which is good. Lever will be shooting, should be 1-and-1, and we need these fouls, Frank. Lever up, shot is good. Jimmy Lever, he's got 9. 4:20 left in the first half. Norris down by 4. Eagles hanging tough, and they found their shooting eye. Joe Green, Jimmy Lever launching from the outside, bringing the Eagles back. Lever ready, shot is up. Off the rim, no. Rebound controlled by Collier. Good position inside. There goes Lever. Lever is playing Borisevich. Borisevich coming up. He's on 5'10". Ball, Jenkins on the Moore. Moore launches a 3. No. Controlled by Thompson, and he's...
Oh, smart move by Thompson. He was falling out of bounds with the ball, and he calls timeout before he falls out.
Lofton Thompson, 4 minutes, 5 seconds left. Norristown 28, Plymouth-Whitemarsh 24. And Norristown certainly answered PW's charge. The crowd was getting in the game big time, and now we hear little signs of them getting on. Players like Shipley, obviously, they expect a lot from him.
Jim, Norristown was playing good in the very beginning. It's just they weren't making their shots, and all of a sudden they started making their shots.
You'd like to see him get the ball underneath again a little bit, because you don't like to see a team living just on long shots, you know? I mean...
Oh, yeah, you don't want to live on that. But you know, if you can get within 10 feet of the basket, you got to take that shot. Actually, you don't have to take the 3-pointer, but if you get within 10 feet, I think you got to take that shot.
Yeah, actually, too, the Eagles for 7 years now have been a team that shoots from outside. You know, they are not a team that gets the ball underneath and looks for that easy, that short shot.
Well, as we said in the pregame show, Jim, we just don't get tall ball players. Teams like, I can remember when Coatesville had consistently had players 6'9" years ago. And Norristown just doesn't get those tall ball players.
I got him early. Omar Jenkins with the ball for the Eagles. Green, Johnson. Man-to-man. Zone or man-to-man? Zone. Thompson with a jumper? No. Rebound, Jimmy Lever. Lever looking for the shot. He's got it. Ball up? No. Battle underneath? Ooh, that was a close call.
Yeah.
Looked like the PW guy.
That's what I
hit
thought.
It out of bounds. Nice basket there for the Eagles, you know. Bounce pass to Borisevich. And you got to have, oh, yes, we got an offensive foul. Borisevich pushing off Lever.
Yeah, I think he put his arm out and
there's
pushed.
where that tough defense. And I think the next foul after this one, isn't it the 9th foul? You're in the shooting foul? Shooting 2?
I can't remember in high school.
Jenkins to Thompson. Let's get a big basket. We want to see a big 3. There goes Lever. Lever on the drive. Gives underneath. This is DeWad Johnson on the move. He's got it. Johnson's first 2. That's the first person to score outside of Thompson, Lever, or Joe Green. Eagles by 6. Coming down to the 3:40 mark. This is Chuck Moore. Moses set the pick for him, but nothing there. Moore with Jenkins hounding him all over the court. And Jenkins is a tenacious defensive player. Borisevich, Lever on him. Eagles playing man-to-man. There goes Moses. This is DeWad Johnson in. Ball comes almost stolen by Jenkins. Knocked out of bounds. Bounce pass coming from Moses.
And out there now, Jim, the height's pretty much even.
This is Collier taking, well, Joe Green, Frank, is listed as 6'3". Collier is listed as 6'6". What do you think? And Moore and Collier both look like they're getting upset with their own teammates. Ball comes in. Collier goes over to Borisevich. There's Collier underneath all the way. He's got it. PW running their offense, getting the picks. Collier wide open. 30-26 Norristown down at the 3:10 mark. Lever with the ball over to Jenkins. Jenkins finds Thompson. Nothing there. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins to Lever. Zoner man-to-man, Frank. Lever launches the jumper. No. Battle underneath. Collier, big guy. Looks down court, throws it away.
To answer your question, Jim, it looked like they were playing the old Villanova matchup zone. They go into a zone and then they just play the closest person man-to-man.
Villanova, by the way, with an impressive victory over Boston College today, facing, I believe, next Monday, Connecticut, up in Connecticut. Quite a game for television basketball fans. Game you should enjoy. Joe Green over to Jenkins, back to Green. Green launches the three. He's got it. And you can see that one, Frank,
Jim,
from right where we were.
Green
Joe
just
Green
has
with
that
15.
soft touch.
You know, I wondered how Green scored 33 earlier this year. Now I know. There goes Moore with Jenkins playing him. They break the press, coming to 2:25. Eagles now up by 7. Borisevich with the ball. PW will run their offense. This is Moses on the jumper. He's got it. Sean Moses going around Johnson. First 2. 5-point Eagle lead. Here comes Lever. Borisevich picking him up high. Jimmy Lever with the ball. Comes over to Omar Jenkins. Jenkins on the dribble, gives it to Thompson. Moore playing him, over to Green. Green faking, coming out to Jenkins. Guest is playing him, but I don't think anybody is really, I think they're willing to let Jenkins shoot. Comes across to Green. Green with the ball, back to Often Thompson. Thompson to Green. Green coming, looking outside to Jenkins. Eagles holding the ball. Nothing there. Borisevich playing Lever all over. Eagles are going to be content to hold ball for the last shot, and I don't blame them.
No, I don't.
They got a
Jim.
5-point lead, man. I'd be happy to get out with a 5-point lead. This may be the longest we've ever seen the Eagles hold the ball.
Yeah. PW's coach isn't telling them to make a move.
Jenkins just holding the ball. We hear the PW fans booing. But this is exactly what Norristown should be doing.
Coach McGee saying,
Nothing
hold
there.
the ball. Coach McGee saying, just hold the ball.
Hold the ball. They don't have to start till there are about 15 seconds left. No reason to do anything. Ball comes to Green. Green back to Jenkins. Guest coming out to play him. Ball in the hands of Joe Green. Green looks cross court, finds Thompson. They don't have to take the shot. They've milked it this long. Keep it this long. Cross to Green. Green to Jenkins. Over to Green. Green to Jenkins. Guest coming out. But Jenkins in safety territory. There goes Jenkins with a dribble.
Now PW
Over to
just
Green.
went
You want
man
to
to
see him
man.
score, though. Now, you hate to see him do this and not get a basket. Ball to Lever. Borisevich playing him. Lever with the ball. We're coming down to 25 seconds. You still don't want to launch the shot. This is a very, very smart play on the Eagles' hand. Ball in the hands of Thompson. You don't have to take the shot yet. Thompson back to Jenkins. Jenkins over. Jenkins with the ball. Jenkins is not the guy you want to see take the shot. You don't want Jenkins to shoot. Ball in the hands of Lever.
I think
Lever on
Lever
the
plans
move.
to
Lever
shoot.
launches the jumper. No. Battle off the board. They're not going to get the shot off. Eagles finish the half 33-28. And even though the Eagles didn't score, smart move at the end.
Yeah, Jim, the Eagles were up by 5.